it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com, and today I thought we would do a double pressed shaker card using this press plate from Crafty Meraki. This is the Love Potion plate, but I'm only going to use the floral portion of this press plate, and I'm going to press it 2 times. So I'm using that grid on the Better Press to show me where the half mark is so that I can put that right under that halfway mark for lining it up. And this is going to allow us to press it 2 times on the top quadrant and the bottom quadrant of this paper. I'm just taping this A2 sized cardstock down to the platen, and I'm looking at all of my shimmer confetti pieces from Crafty Meraki. I have some beautiful colors here, and these are what are going to help me determine what color I'm going to press my press plate with. So I'm starting out with a beautiful purple color here. I'm using one of my smaller inks to do this, and I find that the smaller inks really work great for helping me stay in the lines and not get it all over my Better Press. And look at how beautiful that's stamped out. Now I'm going to turn the platen around, leave the press plate in exactly the same spot, and ink it up one more time and run it through my die cut machine once again to press that on there. Now I did get a little bit of ink over here on the edge, but that's okay because I have my acetate piece behind the press plate. That's my trick for keeping the Better Press clean. So look at this, I've stamped it twice now, I've pressed it twice, and it looks so beautiful just using the floral portion. This really helps you to stretch your press plates and use them multiple ways to get different looks. Now I've got the A2 shaker pouches here from Crafty Meraki, and I'm going to fold down each of those score lines and press them before I put this on my cardstock. I find this really helps when making these types of shaker cards. Then I'll remove that plastic sheeting over the top that helps to protect it and place this down on my cardstock. I like to dry fit it before I press it down just to make sure that my cardstock fits really well in there. I did have to cut this one down just a tiny bit to make sure that it would fit. Now before we add the shaker pouch, I want to add a little bit of ink around the edges for a little bit of drama. I'm using some darker purple ink here to darken up the edges, add a little more color to our panel, and this way we don't have to color the flowers themselves. So I'll just go around the edges with this, starting off the paper and bringing my blending brush onto the paper. Gives it a nice smooth inking. There we go. And now we can go ahead and start putting our shaker piece together. So I'll add that to the shaker pouch and make sure that it's going to be nice and flat. Then I'll remove each of those backers, just 3 of them, and I'll leave the top open. So I'll put the bottom on there. I use my bone folder just to put it nicely down and make sure that's pressed really well. So 3 sides and leave that top open. This will allow us to be able to put the shaker pieces inside. There we go, just like this. And now I'm going to add a few different colors of shaker pieces. I will add the lavender color and some of the iridescent color just to give it a little bit of extra shimmer. Now I added just a little too much there. I'm going to pour some of it back out. I tend to overfill these. I don't want to add too much, but just a little bit of this lavender color and then some of the white iridescent. I think it's such a pretty combination. And this is great for a New Year's card, for a birthday card. I mean, shaker cards are great for all year round. So now I can remove the backing to that top piece and fold that and enclose all of those shaker pieces right inside. It looks so beautiful. all we need to do is add a sentiment and add this to our card base. So I'll pull out a top folding card base here. And when I add these shaker pouches to a base, I like to make sure that it's really stuck down. So I'm going to use some strong double-sided adhesive. And there's a couple different dies you could use from Crafty Meraki that are just so beautiful. The Happy Birthday would be great. The Celebrate would be great. I'm using this press plate though called Gilded Expressions, and it has a matching die, so you get a whole bunch at once. So I pressed some with a turquoise color and some with a pink color, and now it's just a matter of choosing which one is going to look good on this shaker pouch. So there's a lot to choose from. I decided on sending smiles in the turquoise color for this one, but we're going to make 3 different shaker cards today, and so I have plenty of sentiments to choose for all 3 of them. I'll just press this down using my bone folder, making sure those are adhered really well. I'll remove all of the backer pieces and then add this to my card base just like this, making sure to line it up as best I can, and then I'll add the sending smiles with some liquid adhesive right in the center. So look how simple this shaker card was to make. We just pressed the background, we pressed the sentiments, and added some shaker pieces. So there's our first card. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing using some Distress Oxide ink now. And if you haven't used oxide ink for pressing, it really does work well. In fact, most of the inks that I've tried so far have really worked well. I really love the Better Press and how it works. I'm just going to clean up a little bit of the side piece here before I press this onto my paper. And then we've got a beautiful hot pink floral image. I'll turn it around, press it one more time, just like I did before. And this time we're going to ink around it with some hot pink ink and create a card. Look how fast that was to press, and it is beautiful. And I'm going to press one more card while I have this out, and this time I'll use a blue color. Here's the distress ink I'm using around the edges just to give it more of a pop with that hot pink. And then we can add the shaker pieces much like we did before. This time I'm going to use some neon pink shaker pieces. So there's our neon pink shaker, so beautiful. For this one I chose the Hey Friend sentiment, and I'll add that right to the center as well. So easy and so fun. Looks like a celebration on a card. For my last one I did the blue and added some of the blue shaker pieces. This time I'm using You Are Amazing as the sentiment, and I think it looks really great with the blue on blue. This one's more of a monochromatic look. So I'll finish putting all these cards together and then look at all of the results. We've got our purple, our neon pink, Hey Friend, and our blue turquoise, You Are Amazing. I think they all turned out really, really fun. I hope you'll give this Better Press-Tacular press plate a try, where you press it 2 times on the top and on the bottom. Try this with any of the press plates you have. It's a really fun, easy way to make some beautiful cards. These are great for your New Year's cards, anything you need a quick card for to make someone smile. I hope you enjoyed. This is my last video for Crafty Meraki. I really enjoyed being here, and hopefully I'll be back with a guest design or 2. I appreciate you so much, and I am grateful to Crafty Meraki for the opportunity. I'll be back with more cards to share on my own channel, and I hope to see you around on social media as well. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.